everything with David works out so that next week he can teach for you all. So thank you all for being willing to switch it up a little bit. Just a reminder, I can't play music for you, so go ahead and play some music in the background so you don't have to listen to me breathing heavy. So we're gonna start with some inchworms to warm up. We're gonna push our hips back and walk your hands forward. Dropping your hips, raise your chest. If you're based in Houston, please stay safe. Hips back. In your downward dog, I want you to pedal out through your feet. Get those calves nice and warm. Remember, this is your warm-up, so there's no need to rush anything. Let's take those feet up towards our hands. Roll up so our head is last. We're gonna do that one more time, facing the other direction. So if you're new to this boot camp class, your workout is what you make it. I'm gonna give you multiple options here, modifications to make it harder or lower impact. Push those hips back, downward dog, walk through those feet. You're welcome to chime in at any point. We have Hannah, our intern, on the line, so if you at any point you want to turn your camera on and ask for technique, how your form's looking, feel free to turn that camera on.
Don't waste more time.
And let's go ahead and walk those feet forward. We're gonna bring it into some lunges here. So you can go into a walking lunge depending on the space that you have, or you can just stay in the space that you have. I'm gonna turn. So in your lunge, you're gonna reach and step together, switch sides. So again, if you have the space, feel free to move forward. If not, just switch where you're at. And go ahead and step back. Make sure that heel is not rotating in. Heel stays parallel with your front foot. All right, today's workout, I call it the matrix. Bring it up. So we're gonna build on each exercise so that we have a chain, and we're gonna do that chain 3 times through. So after we do the first round, you'll kind of get an idea of what I mean by that. I will be your guide throughout this workout. So if you don't know what you're doing, feel free to watch me. Again, I'm gonna give you multiple options. Let me make sure I got everyone admitted here. All right, we're gonna switch into a wide stance. Toes turned out. Bring those arms up. Drop your hips, open your hips here. Feel free to rock side to side while you're here. Hips to the center before you lift. Remember, this is just your warm up. So take your time, listen to your body. You might have one area that needs more warming up than another. Every day is a little bit different, so that's completely fine. All right, this is my last one. I'm gonna do some toe walks to get those ankles and calves nice and warm. If there's another warm up that you feel like you need to do, feel free to do it. I'm gonna add some arm circles while I do this. If you hopped on a little bit later, I know you were expecting David today, but surprise, you get me. Let's do it one more time. David is prepping for a storm. He's based in Houston, so they're expecting a hurricane tonight. So we're gonna hope that he can sub next week. But you're stuck with me. Again, if you're new to class and you're based in Houston, my name's Cassie. I'm based in the Corvallis Fitness Center. We're gonna get started here in a second. Finish off any warm-ups you have. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna get a sip of water. So I follow my little timer here. Turn that music up. I'm gonna start breathing heavy. All right, so like I said, we're gonna build off. Yes, we're hoping for the best for you. Keep us updated. So we're gonna base off each exercise until we have a chain. We're gonna do that chain 3 times through, and then we're gonna move on. I don't think too much about it. I'm gonna be your guide. Our first exercise, so you have option 1, low impact. You're gonna squat, bring it together, squat on the other side. Higher impact, you're gonna do a jump squat. So you're gonna squat and switch to the other side. So you have 2 options. Just because you start with the higher impact doesn't mean you need to finish with it. I need you to take your time. We are gonna have rest between each exercise. You can do it. I believe in you. Turn that music up, get your sip of water. We're gonna start here in 3 seconds. Make sure those calves, ankles, everything's nice and warm. I'm gonna cue you throughout the exercises. Getting ready for that squat jump in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So low impact, you're gonna squat, push those hips back, step together, turn to the other side, squat, step together. Notice my feet stay flat on the floor, my hips are pushing back. You're high impact, you're doing a 180 squat. So you're jumping up and turning. Knees are not caving in. I know if you're from Houston, you know all the drills. You know all the cueing for a squat. We have full faith in David. 10 seconds. You get a 20-second break after this. All right, 20 seconds. Shake it out. What I want you to do is keep moving. Don't sit down. All right, here are your options for your next exercise. This is your break, so just watch here. You have a plank, single leg tap. That's level 1, so almost like a slow mountain climber. Level 2, tuck jump. You're hopping in. Level 3, knees tuck into your chest. Go ahead and pick your option and begin. You have about 30 seconds left. If you are jumping, make sure you're staying strong in that plank as you land. Woo, like I said, just because you start in one level doesn't mean you need to finish in it. I call this workout the matrix. 5 seconds. 20-second break. We just have a push-up next. We know our push-ups. Shoulders are down, pull down, elbows are not flaring up past our shoulders, about 45, whether you're on your knees or your toes. Here we go, let's go. If you're on your knees should be back, so you should not be in a full tabletops here. Hips are forward. So whether you're on your toes or your knees, your core is still engaged. Nothing super fancy, just a push-up. Woo, 10 seconds. You're doing an amazing job, team. Take breaks as you need to. All right, 20 seconds. Our last one, we're up. We're doing either low impact, where you bring that knee up to your hand. High impact is a tuck jump. I want you to land and absorb before jumping again. Lots of options here. You ready? Let's go. Low impact, high knee, wide high knee. High impact, you're hopping, absorb. Hop, knees come up. Absorb. Notice how I'm landing in a slight bend here. I'm not favoring one side or the other. Woo, 20 seconds. This is our last of the building. We're gonna combine them here in a second. Woo, let's do one more. All right, 20 seconds. Again, keep moving. Control your breath. Don't let your breath control you. All right, we're gonna do a full burpee. So you have your option of your squat jumps or your low impact. You're gonna jump back into a plank with either your mountain climber, your tuck jump, or your tuck. You have a push-up, and then you're gonna jump either your high knee or your tuck jump. I'm gonna do low impact first, then I'm gonna do high impact. Here we go. Whew. Low impact. If you're doing high impact, you don't need to follow me. All right, this high impact is next. Feel free to mix and match as you please. Remember, you start with the squat jump. I know it's a lot to remember. Squat jump, jumping back, plank, jump, tuck jump, push up, and then your tuck at the top. So really, you have a break here. We have that 2 more times, the full chain. You have your squat jump, you have your plank tuck jump, push up, and then you have a standing tuck, whether you're doing high knees or jump. It's a lot to remember, I know. That was 1 of 3. Keep moving. You're doing great. Be proud of yourself. Here we go, full burpee. Pick, mix and match as you please. Pick your options. This is not a race to see how many we can do. This is just doing the exercises with quality. Like I always tell my Corvallis class, quality over quantity. You're doing great. Feel free to switch to low impact when you need to. 20 seconds left. Woo! 10 seconds, I'm just gonna start. I probably won't finish. All right, keep moving, get your water. We have 1 more of that burpee. I believe in you. You can do it. Keep moving around. We're moving on after this one. We're gonna start a new chain to our matrix. That was intense. You're doing great. 1 more, Oscar, I believe in you. Let's go. You are welcome to switch to low impact. Like I said, we're not going for as many reps as we can here. We're just working for quality. Oop. Starting with the squats. Then you jump down to your tuck jump. Push up. Up. Tuck jump. I'm gonna do low impact so you can watch. Low impact also because I'm tired. Step together. Down to a plank. Tap, tap, push up. Up. I'm gonna turn so you can see me. High knee wide. 10 seconds. Do what you can. All right. You did it. You get a full minute to recover. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give your partner a high five. You're doing great. I'm gonna get a sip of water here. Those burpees are done. We are not coming back to the burpees. All right, you're still on your break, so don't worry, you're just watching for now. You have 30 seconds left. All right, we're going back to those squats. We're gonna do squat angels. So hips press back. We're gonna bring those arms down and squat up. So I want you to imagine you are pulling weight down. So you're doing a pull down with that back, and then you're squatting. You have 15 seconds left of your break. Use it. Remember, we're building up here, building up to that full sequence. Control your breath. Here we go, squat angels. Pull down and up. Hips press back and up. Grip the floor. Use your toes. You can imagine you're pulling the floor apart. You'll notice your glutes start to engage when you do that. If you have a mirror, you can notice if you're shifting or favoring one side, and then you can correct that. Pull that weight down, squeeze your back. 30 seconds left, kind of feels good to low the impact a little bit. Don't get too comfortable here. We are gonna pick it up here in a second. All right, you're gonna keep going for these last 10 seconds with your squat, and I'm gonna show you what's next. You have a heel tap. So your low impact, step together and out, together and out. Your higher impact, you're gonna tap your heels. Again, notice how I'm absorbing here. Tap, tap. Begin. Sorry, I didn't tell you to begin. You only have 20 seconds, 10 seconds left. Remember, low impact, you're just stepping. You can alternate too here. All right, reverse lunges. I'm gonna face you and then I'm gonna turn. Just like we did in our warm up, lunge, up, lunge, up. I'm gonna turn to the side, lunge, that's all you're doing, alternate reverse lunges. You have two different views here. Things to keep in mind when you're lunging. If your back stays upright while you lunge, you see that lumbar extension? I want you to keep that core tight. Let your spine follow your hips. So your hips are gonna make your spine kind of come forward a little bit or hinge. That's okay. There's a difference between that and completely dropping your chest. Control the movement. Again, we're not going for as many reps as we can. Feet in line with your hips, not one directly behind the other. All right, we're ready to add the chain. So we have high impact. I'm gonna start with the high impact first. 2 squat angels, 2 split lunges, squat angels. Low impact, you're just squatting, and then you're doing reverse angel or reverse lunges. Step. Pick your option. Let's go. I'm gonna start with high impact. Your low impact, you're just not adding the jump. I'm gonna turn to the side. 1, so I can watch the timer. 2, so you have a different view. You have 10 seconds left. Try to switch your leading leg for those lunges. All right, you get a break here. How you doing? You can give a little thumbs up, thumbs down. That's fine too, you won't hurt my feelings. Deep breaths. Awesome. I can't see you, but I know you're doing great, Oscar. 15 seconds. Remember your options. You have low impact of just the squat and lunge, or you have that higher impact of adding the jumps. Here we go. I'm gonna start facing you and then I'll turn. Let's go. Control those lunges, just like you would if they're strength. You wanna control and absorb on the way down, so don't get all loosey-goosey on me. Turn that music up, I'm breathing heavy. That's how you know I'm working hard. All right, I'm gonna turn now. Woo. I'm right here with you, team. Don't give up on me, even if that means taking a little bit of a breather and getting back into it. Last one. Here's your rest. Stand tall. It's so tempting to want to sit down, drop your chest, keep that chest up, shoulders back. You're superheroes. Act like it. This workout proves it. Open chest, deep breaths. Sip your water. I don't want you getting cramps with the water rolling around in there. One more time of this one. I believe in you. Come on. Squat jump or just squat. Reverse lunge. Corvallis, we did do this before, in case you recognized it. In the beginning of quarantine, I needed a last minute workout because I thought David was teaching today. But it's been so long, feels just as hard as it was the first time. Control your breath, team. Don't hold your breath. 20 seconds, this is your last time. Your last class with David was in March. I'm so excited for you all. I know you were probably so excited to see him today, and I'm sorry. It's out of our control. We can't control Mother Nature. You get a full break here, full minute. I'm gonna get some water. But let's hope he'll be here next week. All right. I love it. All right, you keep breathing, you recover. I'm gonna show you what's next. So we're gonna start, we're gonna be on the floor for this one, so if you have a mat that you wanna get, feel free to get that. I think I'll be fine on the carpet today. So we're gonna go tap opposite arm, opposite leg. That's the first one. Really easy. I want you to try to keep those hips up. Not really easy. Simple to explain at least. 10 seconds, so go ahead and slowly make your way to the floor if you're not already. You only have 20 seconds. Remember, we're gonna build up to the next sequence. This is your last one. Last sequence. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Tap that toe. If you're not quite reaching the toe, that's fine. We're gonna get those shoulders, wrists, maybe even a little bit of back here. So I want you to hold it up, go into some crab walks. Take up the space you have, and then reverse your walk. Yep, I know, those wrists and shoulders. If you need to give them a break, that's fine. I'm gonna try to bring my hips up a little bit more. Try not to sink into your shoulders. See the difference? Push away, sink, push away. I want you to hold that. You might even notice your wrists feel a little bit better when you do that. Soft through the elbows, not a full extension. 20 seconds of these crab walks. This is your last one of the sequence. You ready? Bottom on the floor, feet on the floor. So the further back you go, the harder it will be. I don't want you to round the spine. We're gonna do a twist. I'm gonna turn towards you. So you're gonna tap the floor, make an A, and tap. Remember, the further up, the lower the impact, or the easier. The further back you lean, the harder. Your feet are staying on the floor. Your eyes are following your hands here. Exhale when you tap. Halfway. Again, just because you start down doesn't mean you need to finish there. I'd rather you keep that good form and take a break than break that form. 20 seconds. I'm gonna lean back for these last 10. Stop in the middle, make that A. All right, 20-second break. I didn't add that in there. 20-second break. So you're gonna tap in that crab position. You're gonna tap 4, 3, 2, 1, crab walk back, crab walk forward, and then you have 8 A twists, so 4 on each side. You have that 3 times through. Give yourself a little hype. Cheer on the person next to you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 4, 3, you're going at your own pace. You might not be going at mine. That's completely fine. Walk forward. You might have more or less space than I do. Then you're going to sit on your bottom for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to those taps. Feet on the floor. I lost count. All right, I'm going to probably end here. You have 5 seconds. Woo! Lost my balance. All right, you get a break. You have that 2 more times. You don't have to be finishing out those full intervals. If you're breaking in those sets, that's okay. Remember your form. I'm not there to watch you. David's not there to correct you. So you're going to have to hold yourself accountable here. Listen to the cueing. Listen to your body. Let's go. 2 of 3. Start here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, you're always welcome to turn those cameras on. We got myself, Hannah, our intern. Wednesday, we'll have David. A twist. 8, 7, 6. Eyes follow those hands. Bring it up. I'm sweaty. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're getting a good workout. Strong. Remember, don't give in on those shoulders. You're going to hurt yourself. All right, I'm probably going to finish with these taps. We have 5 seconds. You might have figured this out already, but the slower you go, the more control you'll have. I'm going to check the chat box, make sure we're doing okay. Oh, we got 8. Oh. Going upstairs with the crab apple. Oh, that's fancy. I don't know. I can't say I've ever done that before. 10 seconds. This is your last one. I want you to give it everything you have. Don't leave this workout regretting anything. Leave proud. Here we go. You have a minute of work. If you're from Corvallis and you're laughing at my little motivational speeches, I'm sorry. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're halfway already. Strong through the shoulders. I'm going to lean back here. All right, we have 10 seconds. I'm probably going to finish this crab walk. All right, team, you did it. Woo! Shake it out. Get your water. Tell me how you're feeling. Are we up for, we're finished earlier than we usually are. Are we up for an ab circuit, a 5-minute ab circuit, or are we ready to cool down? Get your water and let me know. It was an intense workout. So if you're ready to cool down, that's fine. Let's do abs. Need abs. Abs, oh, all right, we're doing abs. So I'm gonna get my mat ready for this one. We're gonna be on the floor the whole time. So Corvallis knows I like to do these 5-minute ab burnouts. And just because you say 5 minutes, it seems like it's fast. It's gonna feel like forever. So I just need you to do what you can. If you're in Houston, please join us every week. This is a Monday, Wednesday. We've been doing this for a while. You're welcome to join us. All right, so while you finish off your break, I'm gonna go over our workout here, our little ab circuit. So our first, we're gonna be, so in a tabletops, wrists are in line with your shoulders, knees are in line with your hips. Tuck your toes under, we're just hovering our knees. Notice how my back doesn't really move. So I'm not letting my back arch, I'm not rounding, I'm not bringing those knees all the way up. I'm just trying to keep that flat back. Like you can imagine there's a glass of water on your back. From here, we're gonna walk forward and then walk back. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Then from there, we're gonna go into a full plank walkout. So we're gonna be either in your modified plank on your knees. Remember, your hips are dropped forward. Even in a modified plank, your abs, I'm not letting you cheat on me, your abs are still engaged. So whether you're in a half or full plank, you're gonna take a baby step up and back and alternate sides. Baby step up and back. Then we're gonna go into leg drops. The reason I call them leg drops is because I want you to focus on the way down. So your feet are in line with your hips. Exhale as you drop, bring it up. Exhale as you drop, bring it up. So notice my feet are not past my hips. They're right here. You can modify by bringing those hands below your bottom. You can also go into both legs if you want to make it a little bit more difficult. Remember that low back or your transverse or deep abs are pressing into that mat. Don't let that come out. And then your last exercise is going to be a knee hug. So we're going to be extended, wrap, head and shoulders stay on the floor, extend. Modified version, you're doing one leg at a time with your other heel on the floor. We're doing that 2 rounds of each exercise. Starting with that knee hover. You had a long enough break, so you're up for it. You're ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here's that knee hover. Starting your tabletops, lift those knees off the floor. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Take up the space that you have. It's about 4 steps each direction, 4 or 5. Try not to let that glass of water fall. All right, you have those plank walkouts, whether you're on your knees or your toes, forward and back, other arm, forward and back. If this is putting too much pressure on your shoulders, you're not having good luck with your shoulders, just hold a regular plank with those hands below your shoulders. Woo! Stay strong. All right, on your backs, leg drops. You have multiple options. Feet stay over your hips, single leg, single leg. I'm gonna switch over to both legs, and then I'm gonna do single leg again. Do not let those feet pass your hips. Exhale as you lower. Remember, we're calling them leg drops because the lowering is the ab workout here. I know it's a misconception that bringing the legs up is the ab work, but that's your hip flexors. The lowering and the keeping the abs tight on the floor is the core. Those deep transverse abdominals. Exhale. All right, knee tucks. Level 1, foot stays on the floor, 1 foot at a time. Level 2, both legs. I want your arms to fully extend overhead. Can you get those hips off the floor? Makes it a little bit harder. Exhale as you tuck. Woo! One more. All right. You have 30 seconds before we go into that one more time. I told you, 5 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but when you're doing this ab circuit, it seems a lot longer. Good news is you're halfway done. 15 seconds, stretch it out if you need to. Deep abdominal muscles. Stay pressed to the floor. or your lower back stays pressed to the floor on those back exercises. Here we go, hover and move. Don't hold your breath. I say that because I was, cut myself. All right. Plank walks, plank hands. Out, out, in, in. Switch to your leading arm. Nothing moves beside your hands. Hips stay still. All right, on your backs. Let's go. One more of each exercise. Don't let those hips or feet come past your hips. Remember, you can modify by placing those hands below your bottom. Exhale as you lower. Single or both legs. Both legs is extremely difficult. So if you're not doing both legs, don't feel discouraged. It's a very difficult move, especially while you're fatigued. Deep abdominals, press your hands on your belly. Are they engaged? Here we go. Single or both leg knee hugs. Head and shoulders and back stay on the floor. Bonus, bring your hips off the floor as you tuck. Exhale. All right. You did it. You made it through another boot camp class with Cassidy. Turn it around, stretch out those abs in the cobra of your choice. Hands or forearms. Stretch it out. Thank you to our guests from Houston. Please stay safe tonight. Press down into the floor. Thank you to my Corvallis members for staying up, keeping up with Cassidy. Hips back, child's pose. All right, go ahead and shift forward. We're gonna bring one foot forward. Your knee, you're in a 90-degree, hands on your hips, and just tuck your pelvis in. So you should feel this in your psoas or right here in your hip flexor. If from here, you still can do further stretch, then you can reach forward. But I want you to start here. Squeeze those glutes, roll those hips under. Deep breaths through these stretches. You're not quite done, you're almost there though. Go ahead and switch done. Switch sides, switch done. What's for lunch, everyone? I've been really into the berries. It's blackberry season here in Oregon. I just always have a big thing of blackberries in my fridge. That's not for lunch, but that's just what I've been into. All right, let's go ahead and stand it up. You're almost there. Bring your toe up, hips back. Lengthen through the spine, stretch those hamstrings. You can bring your toes up, get your calves. Just like always, this workout was recorded and will be posted on our Corvallis Fitness Center YouTube page. Those of you in Houston, if you want to be added to that YouTube page or know where to go, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to guide you in the right direction. So you can check out our recordings. Stretching out anything else you need to, neck, shoulders, wrists. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and I will see you all next week. Thank you again. All right, Leilani, I will try to remember to give you that YouTube page. Thanks for coming.